As opponents called for the mayor of Dalton to resign, she is defending herself tonight. Tiffany Henyard says she is staying put and running for re-election. Henyard says if she wins, she will choose employees much more carefully.
For months, the mayor of Dalton had remained silent about the ongoing investigation into the village's finances, leaving the community uncertain and frustrated about the situation. The lack of communication only fueled suspicions and growing concern among residents, who felt entitled to answers regarding the state of their taxpayer dollars. The investigation was prompted by growing concerns from local residents and some elected officials about possible mismanagement or misuse of public funds, with reports of budget discrepancies and unexplained expenditures casting a shadow over the local government. In response to these allegations, many residents and members of the village council had called for an official inquiry. However, the mayor refrained from commenting, which only deepened the anxiety among the public. Without any clear statements from the mayor, many began to wonder whether the investigation would lead to meaningful revelations or whether it was simply being overlooked or delayed. Critics argued that the mayor's silence appeared to be an effort to avoid controversy or to allow the investigation to progress without interference. Others suggested that it was a strategic move to distance themselves from any potential wrongdoing or to buy time until the investigation could reach its conclusion. Today, however, the mayor finally broke their silence, addressing the public's growing concerns in a surprise statement. While the mayor did not provide specifics on the financial irregularities being investigated, they reassured the community that the inquiry was proceeding thoroughly and that no detail would be overlooked. The mayor also pledged their commitment to transparency, promising that the findings would be shared with the public as soon as they became available. This announcement marked a significant shift in the mayor's approach, as it was the first time they had publicly acknowledged the concerns of the community. In their statement, the mayor expressed confidence in the integrity of the village's financial practices and reaffirmed their belief in the administration's trustworthiness. They urged the public to exercise patience, requesting that investigators be given the time and space necessary to conduct a thorough and unbiased review. Despite the mayor's reassurances, many residents remained skeptical. Some questioned whether the timing of the statement was a calculated move to address mounting criticism or if it genuinely reflected a desire to restore public trust. With tensions still high and many unanswered questions about the village's finances, it seems unlikely that the mayor's comments will be the final word on the issue. The community remains anxious, awaiting concrete answers about the extent of any potential wrongdoing within the local government. As the investigation continues, today's statement may be the first step in a longer process of rebuilding trust between the mayor and the public. However, only time will reveal whether the mayor's words will suffice to quell the controversy or if the financial concerns will continue to haunt the administration. For now, Dalton residents remain on edge, hoping for clarity and accountability as they await further updates on the situation.
I understand everybody wants me to be the target. I understand everybody wants me to be the bad guy for everything that goes on in the business, but that's not the truth.
Tiffany Henyard recently met with us, accompanied by her attorney, to discuss the ongoing controversy surrounding a report that has garnered significant attention. Henyard revealed that she issued a statement on Tuesday addressing the issue, but she believes it didn't receive the attention it deserved. In their meeting, Henyard expressed her frustration over how she has been portrayed in the media, explaining that she feels she's being unfairly blamed for actions carried out by others. Henyard's statement earlier this week was intended to clear up misconceptions about her role in the situation and to clarify her position. However, despite her efforts, it didn't seem to capture widespread attention. Henyard acknowledged this lack of media traction, noting that it has only added to her feeling of being misunderstood. She explained that the public's focus on her, while others responsible for the actions under scrutiny remain unaccountable, has caused her significant personal and professional stress. In her comments, Henyard emphasized that she has fully cooperated with the investigation and has been an active participant in the process. While she acknowledges being the central figure in the controversy, she asserts that she did not initiate or make the decisions that have come under fire. Instead, Henyard insists that she is being unfairly held accountable for actions carried out by others beyond her control. She expressed her frustration with how the public has assigned blame without a full understanding of the situation's complexities. Henyard's attorney also spoke during the meeting, reinforcing that Henyard should not be held responsible for the actions of others. The attorney argued that the investigation should focus on those directly involved, not Henyard, who believes she is being unfairly targeted due to her position. The attorney emphasized the importance of a fair process, asserting that Henyard deserves the chance to defend herself and clarify her involvement, rather than being publicly condemned without all the facts being considered. Henyard's remarks shed light on the broader issue of assigning blame in cases where multiple parties may have contributed to the actions under investigation. For Henyard, this has meant a continual struggle to assert her innocence, while others who may have played a more direct role remain largely out of the spotlight. Despite her frustration, Henyard expressed a desire to see the investigation through to the end, hopeful that the truth will come to light and clear her name. She reiterated her commitment to transparency and vowed to continue cooperating with authorities throughout the process. However, she also acknowledged the toll the situation has taken on her reputation and personal life, regardless of the outcome of the investigation. As the situation continues to unfold, many are watching closely to see how Henyard's comments will impact the ongoing discourse. Some may view her statement as an attempt to deflect blame, while others may see it as the first step in clearing her name. Either way, the controversy surrounding the report and Henyard's involvement is far from over, and the public will continue to scrutinize every development as more details emerge.
You're the boss. Do everybody know their employees do? No.
But do you feel responsibility because they were real?
I feel responsibility to tell the truth. That's what I'm doing.
On Monday, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot revealed alarming financial details about the village of Dalton, highlighting the tenure of Tiffany Henyard as a period of escalating expenses that led to a $3.65 million deficit. Lightfoot's report pointed to serious financial mismanagement during Henyard's time in office, with particular emphasis on oversight failures regarding the approval of spending. According to Lightfoot, any expenses over $5,000 were supposed to receive approval from the Village Board of Trustees, a protocol that was apparently ignored. Instead, the village accumulated significant costs through the use of 6 different credit cards, with little documentation to support these purchases. Receipts from retailers like Wayfair and Amazon raised further questions, particularly with the discovery of over $40,000 in expenses related to items for an ice skating rink. These purchases, allegedly made without proper oversight, have led to increased scrutiny of financial practices within the village government. In response to Lightfoot's allegations, Tiffany Henyard has denied any wrongdoing and pushed back against the claims of financial mismanagement. She maintains that all expenses during her time in office were approved and that she was not personally responsible for making the purchases in question. Henyard insists that the expenditures, including those for the ice skating rink and other items purchased with village credit cards, were authorized and part of larger community development plans. She suggests that any discrepancies in documentation or receipts were simply administrative errors, not intentional misconduct. Henyard further clarified her role in the expenditure process, explaining that she did not make daily purchasing decisions. Instead, she placed the responsibility for the credit card usage on other members of her administration. Henyard emphasized that her focus was on broader policy decisions and overall management, not on the individual transactions that have raised concerns. She also pointed out that she fully cooperated with the investigation and has always been transparent about her handling of village finances. Despite Henyard's defense, the controversy surrounding the financial mismanagement claims has continued to stir public concern. The findings released by Lightfoot have revealed a troubling pattern of financial negligence and a lack of adherence to established protocols, particularly the use of multiple credit cards without sufficient documentation. Many local residents and government officials have questioned the integrity of the village's financial practices, with some demanding further accountability. As the investigation moves forward, both Lightfoot's revelations and Henyard's defense are likely to remain central to the ongoing conversation about accountability in local government. The $3.65 million deficit and the questionable spending practices are unlikely to be overlooked, and it remains to be seen how much responsibility Henyard will ultimately bear for the financial situation. For now, the community is left waiting for further updates and answers as the fallout from this financial controversy continues to unfold.
Put the responsibility where it goes. I don't think anybody wants to fix the mayor, it's not the mayor. It's people put in place.
Lori Lightfoot's not interested, but it's technical. She's interested in political theater. It's going to help her.
A spokesperson for the Village of Dalton recently issued a harsh critique of former Mayor Tiffany Henyard, accusing her and others in the administration of intentionally withholding information from both the village trustees and the public about the true state of the community's finances. The spokesperson's comments were direct and pointed, alleging that Henyard's time in office was defined by dishonesty and a lack of transparency. According to the spokesperson, the facts surrounding the village's financial troubles were undeniable, and no attempt to spin the narrative could conceal the tragic reality of how the situation was handled under her leadership. This criticism follows a damning report by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, which revealed significant financial mismanagement during Henyard's tenure, including a $3.65 million deficit and questionable spending practices. In the wake of Lightfoot's report, the controversy surrounding Henyard has continued to escalate, with social media amplifying the criticism. Videos surfaced showing a chaotic altercation at a Thornton Township meeting, where Henyard serves as supervisor. The footage, which quickly went viral, captured a scuffle involving Henyard, further fueling public criticism of her leadership. In the video, Henyard is seen actively engaging in the chaos, leading to questions about her conduct and judgment, particularly given the financial scandals already surrounding her. The timing of the video's release, just one day after Lightfoot's financial revelations, appeared to add more fuel to the fire, intensifying the negative narrative about Henyard. The images of her in the midst of a physical confrontation have compounded the perception that her time in public office has been plagued by disorder and mismanagement. The public's focus has been sharply directed at Henyard, with many questioning her ability to manage both the village's finances and her responsibilities as a local supervisor. In response, Henyard's attorney has come to her defense, claiming that the altercation at the township meeting was instigated by an external individual from outside Dalton. According to the attorney, this person swung a knife at Henyard's boyfriend during the incident, which led to the scuffle that was caught on video. The lawyer argued that Henyard was not the instigator of the chaos, but rather was attempting to de-escalate the situation. They suggested that the video did not capture the full context and painted a misleading picture of what actually happened. Despite the defense, the incident has further tarnished Henyard's reputation. Along with the ongoing investigation into the financial mismanagement during her tenure as mayor, the viral video of the altercation has painted a troubling picture of her leadership. While her attorney maintains that she was not at fault for the confrontation, the video evidence and the timing of the events have made it difficult for Henyard to shake the growing cloud of controversy surrounding her. As the situation continues to develop, the impact of these new revelations on Henyard's political future remains uncertain. The combination of the financial scandal and the altercation at the township meeting paints a portrait of a leadership tenure marred by both fiscal and personal conflict. The public is left grappling with the fallout from her time in office, with many calling for greater accountability as the controversy continues to unfold.
These men are attacking him with a deadly weapon, and the mayor, fearing for his safety, did go toward that crowd, risking getting hurt.
Tiffany Henyard's attorney has raised concerns about the way the media has portrayed the former mayor following a recent altercation at a Thornton Township meeting. According to Henyard's legal representative, the media coverage has unfairly vilified her, suggesting that the reports have not accurately conveyed the full context of the incident. The attorney argued that the coverage painted Henyard in an excessively negative light, despite her claim that she was not responsible for escalating the situation. The scuffle, which occurred at a public meeting where Henyard serves as supervisor, was allegedly sparked by an individual from outside Dalton, who, according to the attorney, swung a knife at Henyard's boyfriend. Despite the incident causing a stir on social media, the attorney pointed out that no arrests or charges were made, underscoring that there were no criminal actions involved. Even though there were no legal repercussions from the altercation, the video footage of the confrontation, which went viral, has continued to dominate public attention. The incident has come at a particularly sensitive time for Henyard, following former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot's scathing report that revealed serious financial mismanagement during Henyard's tenure as mayor of Dalton. The timing of these events has only intensified the negative public perception of her leadership. Henyard's attorney insists that the media coverage has been excessive, portraying the former mayor as the instigator when, in fact, she was merely attempting to diffuse the escalating tension. The attorney believes this narrative has unfairly damaged Henyard's reputation, making it more difficult for her to move past the growing storm of controversy. As the fallout continues from the Thornton Township incident and the ongoing financial investigations, Henyard is facing heightened public scrutiny. The situation is set to intensify with the Dalton Board's upcoming meeting on Monday, which could prove crucial in the ongoing discussions about the village's finances and Henyard's involvement in those matters. However, Henyard has indicated that she is unlikely to attend unless significant security measures are put in place. She cited the violent altercation in Thornton Township as the reason for her concerns, expressing that the incident had left her feeling unsafe. Given the tense climate surrounding her leadership and the public outcry over the financial investigation, Henyard believes enhanced security is essential to ensure her safety and provide a secure environment during the meeting. Her decision not to attend unless security is increased has raised additional questions about her willingness to face the public and engage with the board and Dalton residents. Critics have argued that her reluctance to attend could be perceived as an attempt to avoid accountability, particularly following the damning financial report that painted a troubling picture of her administration. On the other hand, Henyard's supporters contend that her safety should be a priority, and in light of recent tensions and the potential for further conflict, her request for stronger security measures is understandable. As the situation unfolds, the Dalton Board's meeting on Monday will be a critical moment in the ongoing saga surrounding Henyard's leadership. Whether or not she attends, the meeting is likely to see continued debate over the financial mismanagement allegations, the viral video of the altercation, and broader questions regarding Henyard's future in local politics. Regardless of the outcome, it's clear that the controversy surrounding the former mayor shows no signs of dissipating, and the public will be closely watching how the situation develops.